and double back. That shit. Watch how I react. Fight back, stay down. Now we taking off. Got the flight. Promise you if anybody can hold me, I can. Get the right man. Baby, I'm my own hype man. Yeah. Run it back.
From the home of the Bills since 1973, we are at Highmark Stadium, just south of downtown Buffalo. Tonight, we polish off Week 10 with a good Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Buffalo Bills. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
The Bills had 8-1 on the year, and they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook.
From just shy of midfield, here's second and 5.
Cook up the gut. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Throwing is Allen on third. And that is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
So first and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos.
At the 20. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
On third down, Wilson.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the return will stop right around the 25.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's third and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
That one was tipped up in the air and fortunately fell away for the defense, because if the offense is able to grab that one, that's a short little jaunt into the end zone, because there's not enough reaction time off of a tip ball for the defense to rally and make a tackle. They were very fortunate on that play.
Touchdown! James Cook, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bills use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved, because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. When you look at this Buffalo defense, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
They forced 7 turnovers.
How many?
7.
7.
I mean, think about that number now. That's supposed to be a lucky number, right? Lucky for one side, unlucky for the other.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Flushed out right. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
On second down, here's Allen. That is complete downfield to Knox. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
DJ Jones, former 49er, there on the stop. From the 48-yard line, here's second down and 7.
Now Allen. Eluding the pressure right. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Cook following the penalty. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play because if they get the stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Here's Allen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanting the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Bills are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Allen now looks to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. Fights through it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Allen will try again on second down. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up third down.
Partner, so many times in games we see the most difficult acrobatic catches, whether it's on offense or even interceptions. In this case, this ball's tipped and popped up in the air, and it looks like a chance for a pick. And guess what? For whatever reason, they just couldn't finish the play.
From the gun, it's Allen. Got a man, that's Trent Sherfield. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move. A big play here for Buffalo, and even 40 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now Allen. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
A couple of anxious seconds there. Probably felt like an eternity to him. That ball's tipped up into the end zone. And once it goes up there, you know it could be anybody's football at that point. Pretty lucky that one fell to the ground harmlessly.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Third down. Here's a run by Cook. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Ed Oliver, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
To the air, Allen. Did he get the feet down? Yes! Touchdown! Stephon Diggs. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills are able to stretch out their lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him, because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Montrell Washington on the return from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now Pirine. There he goes, right side. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. That's complete. It's Okurobenam. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 39-yard line. Moore, the man in motion. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. That pass complete to Moore. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Touchdown, Broncos. Marvin Mims, 27 yards. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7.
Makes the score Bills 20, Broncos 7. Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And no thought of a return here for Hines.
At their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, look and repeat that, Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chris Wormley. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. And it's fielded at the 34. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. Denver has a 1st down on the 15-yard play. Wilson trying to urge his guys to go faster and get set at the line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
Now a carry for Pirine, and he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. Now Wilson on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Allen now on first down. Going deep for Diggs. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has
final
our
adjustments
EA
being made for the second
report.
half.
Coach.
So with that, we get you back up to Orchard Park and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum. He's got a man, complete. The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw is Wilson. Looking left side. That's caught by Moore. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 18. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Moore, the man in motion. From the gun, it's Wilson. Toward the pylon, caught. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and goal at the Bills' 1-yard line.
P-Ryan is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. From the shotgun, Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They'll run it with P-Ryan. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. P-Ryan unable to bull his way in. And instead of having a one-score game. Two scores down. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. In his own end zone, it's Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Play action. Now it's Allen. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. And give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Getting the ball is Cook, running left. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 62 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And he fires one incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. Into space at the 45 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Throwing on first down is Allen. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. He's still on his feet, and he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead. For those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
Left side, Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Looking middle, and that's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the... The Bills on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. Allen off the play fake. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Touchdown, Bills! Reggie Gilliam, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Washington now brings this out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Out of bounds at the 33-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 33, here's a 2nd down and 4. Wilson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Still on his feet. And finally wrestled down at the 11. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
First down, Denver.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Tyler Beatty, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And he's across for 2 points. Boy, a gutsy call right there, but the fake works. And they get the 2 instead of 1.
Set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you?
Oh, what a juke into space. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Meanwhile, Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Here's Allen. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Allen now looks to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And the Broncos are right back in this football game.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Steps away to his left. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. This is caught. Touchdown! Albert Okwuegbunam from 6 yards away. And the Broncos have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Broncos 25. Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And no thought of a return here for Hines.
At their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Ojemudia. So my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the 2nd half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
He'll get that complete to Albert O. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. And now defensively they're going to burn their 1st timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here we go, 1st and goal. Moore, the man in motion. Wilson.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Here's Wilson to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Throwing now is Wilson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Albert O with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Broncos have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. This is 1st and 10. To throw is Allen. They start the drive with Cook.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Here's Allen.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Here's 2nd down. Throwing, Allen.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
What a way to wrap up the week. Now a big play. It's 3rd down.
Middle. Alert, alert, alert.
Allen. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is going to have the Broncos first, and that should be the capper. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for the Broncos, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they suffered just their 2nd loss as they drop to 8-2 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
can teach you how to get paid, how to get by, and how to get fly. I can teach you how to get cake, if not the whole thing, at least a little slice. Honestly, I'm an immaculate anomaly.
I'm an organic organism, ain't no ordinary organs in them. I can't afford any synonymy. That's why my flow is like a cinnamon tsunami with the lemongrass. Ooh, let me know what you wanna do. If you wanna build, I'm Bobby. If not, then kick it in the lobby. I got a lot to do. Ooh, I'ma watch what you gonna do. If you gonna build, I'm Bobby. If not, then chuck a deuce. You throwing off the vibe, man, I don't die time. It's all about the vibe, all that I got time. I ain't got the goose, stack with me. Don't come through with bad energy. You ain't with the vibe, don't waste my time. Yeah. I can show you how to make a lot of cheese. I got the dialect of dairy in my diary. I'm from a lactose intolerance community. I wanna circulate the units in the unity. The continuity of opportunity for stacking bands. Opportunity to stack the figures with your family. I can show you how to get them figures in advance. I don't see nobody else but us giving a damn. Ooh. So let me know what you wanna do. If you wanna build, I'm Bobby. If not, sucker, kick it in the lobby. I got a lot to do. I'm gonna watch what you gonna do. See, if you gonna build, I'm Bobby. If not, then chuck a deuce. You throwing off the vibe, man, I don't die time. It's all about the vibe, all that I got time. I ain't got the goose, stack with me. Don't come through with bad energy. You ain't with the vibe, don't waste my time. Yeah, what's good like making? In the making, a young tycoon that's sick in it. Tire forward and spit like a typhoon to the rain. Live in the streets where the money's hunted by drainages. If it's aimless, ain't a single thing that can change it. I'm changing it. Get your dollar straight and circulate, then gang with it. Aim for your partner, pocket and pop. That's dangerous. If you ain't with it, you throwing off the vibe, man, I don't got time for that. It's all about the vibe, all that I got time.